Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. I know I did. I'm here with my good friend from EAS Consulting Group, Tim Lombardo. How you doing today, Tim?
Doing very well. Thank you very much.
So Tim and I are prepping for our normal Friday food safety chat, which is going to be a really cool one. So on that, we're going to start going over and showing people something that we've been working on. And that's the Food Safety Foundation. And this is a collaboration between the Food Safety Foundation and EAS Consulting Group. And so Tim is here and we're kind of going through this and prepping, but I figured why not go live and kind of give everybody a little bit of a taste of what we're talking about here. So with the EAS Consulting Group, Tim, I mean, how many consultants work now with EAS, independent consultants?
We have pretty close to 200 total.
Wow.
And yeah, and that's across all FDA regulated commodities. So obviously food's a big part of that, but dietary supplements, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, that sort of thing. So anything that's regulated by FDA, we have expert consultants. And so of that, there's at least half are related to food.
Nice. Yeah. So for example, I did a food safety chat here a couple of weeks ago with Charles Breen, and Charles is like me, works with EAS as well. And I mean, guys, Charles had 40 years of experience working at FDA. So I mean, just an amazing resource and a really good guy.
Yeah, exactly. And Charles is one of our stars, if you will. But all of our consultants, all of our independent consultants have 20, 25 plus years experience in their chosen fields, whether it's regulatory experience, industry experience, combination. So very well experienced, highly sought after consultants.
Nice. Yeah. And I think, I mean, part of the problem, you and I have worked in the food industry and quality assurance and other functions for a long time. And part of the tendency of what we want to do in this field is try and go it alone and, create our own quality systems and figure out the environmental monitoring program and spending weekends sorting through the latest FDA guidance documents and trying to keep up on all that. And it can really stress you out. And if you can use expertise to help you and bring your programs to that next level, why wouldn't you?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the nice thing about how we operate and working with the Food Safety Foundation is you don't just have one consultant. You have access to all 100 or 200, depending on what your needs are.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a good point, Tim, because it's one of the lessons that I learned in my career, and I'm sure you learned this too, is it's not necessarily what you know, it's knowing the people who do know. Right. And being able to pick up that phone and talk with an expert and ask questions and get that taken care of in a few minutes, something that would take you a few days to figure out on your own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So one of the things that we're doing here on Friday is EAS and the Food Safety Foundation have joined together, and we're really building upon what we're talking about and in creating a membership site where people can go and help each other with food safety. Because one of the things, Tim, that has been something that's really amazing to me in my career is how segmented things are, right? The dairy people don't talk to the meat people, don't talk to the produce people. And there's so much those groups can learn from each other. We're all doing the same thing. It's just variations on the theme, but there's very little cross-pollination between those groups.
Exactly. Before coming to EAS, I was also a food safety consultant for the better part of 10 years. And I often cross-pollinated, to use your words, from best practices from the meat industry, applying that to produce, applying that to bakery, and vice versa. And there's nothing proprietary or secret about any of that stuff. It's just good practices that just aren't well known in the different segments.
Absolutely. And you hit on something really, really important. I want to reemphasize that for everybody to make sure that you hear this. It's the tagline at the Food Safety Foundation. It's food safety is not a point of competition. For whatever reason, Tim, people seem to think that what they're doing for food safety, they need to hold this really closely, but that's not true. Because if a Bluebell ice cream has a giant recall, that impacts everybody in that sector. And you could have the best quality systems and be the best ice cream manufacturer in the world, but consumers are going to be leery of you based upon what they learned from those other recalls.
Hmm. And that's a great example. I mean, after Bluebell, FDA went and started sampling dozens and hundreds of ice cream manufacturers of all sizes. And surprisingly, they found issues and ended up going to their factories. And so just a byproduct of that one event
Mm-hmm.
with Bluebell, and that cascaded to several warning letters and other investigations.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I think in that survey that you're referencing, I think FDA around 25%, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think around 25% of the plants that they surveyed had something that FDA was concerned about.
Yep, yep. And that did not make the headlines like Bluebell did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Tim and I both live in Colorado, and of course, the cannabis industry is growing here like
Mhm.
crazy. And that's just a really good example of how you can cross-pollinate and learn, because a lot of cannabis products are food, right? You have gummies and drinks and I mean all
Mhm.
kinds of things that are out there now. And they're making food. And this is a brand new industry growing and learning. And depending upon what state you're in, the regulations are very fractured on how things are being handled. And in the foundation, we have members in here who are part of that industry, and they're learning how to properly manufacture food. Sure, they're making stuff with THC and CBD and these things in their products, but from a food safety standpoint, they're making food.
Yeah. And no matter what your philosophical bent is towards the industry, exactly that. They're, manufacturing food and it's being consumed.
Yeah.
And if by humans as well as our pets. And so making sure that it is being manufactured in a safe manner is critical.
Yep, absolutely. So on Friday, what Tim and I are going to be doing, and I'm typing here in the comments, is we're going to be kind of pulling back the curtains a little bit on the Food Safety Foundation and showing everyone what it is that we're up to on the site, how you can become a member, what type of information, the collaboration, the food safety chats like we're doing here, information sharing, live streams on food safety, all of these benefits. In addition to that, Tim, we partnered together on this to bring something I'm really excited about, which is consulting credits. So in a nutshell, what we're doing with this, guys, is for every month that you're a member of the foundation, you get with EAS an hour of consulting credit, which is a great way to really understand what these experts are doing, right? So Tim has this gigantic database of 200 experts. And part of what makes for a successful program is knowing the people you're working with. And you can hire someone from this consulting pool for a quick job, and you can accumulate these hours. So let's say that you're a member for 6 months and you have 6 hours of consulting credit.
Mhm.
You can contact me and Tim and go through the site and say, hey, I would like to hire Charles to come in and help me out with this really quick project. I need some policies and procedures rewritten because of the new sesame allergen. A benefit included with the site. And it's a great way as you're moving and working on bigger projects to look at the talent and figure out who's right for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't need to select one person. You got a whole field of people to choose from. You don't need to know all 100 or 200. Just reach out
Yep,
to us.
absolutely. And so part of this, right, is within food safety and within regulatory, right, there's these different subsets. So for me, labeling, right? Oh my gosh, all the rules around labeling and principal display panels and calculating servings and all these type of things, right? There are people that's all they specialize in.
Hmm.
And
And we
it's
have a
not me.
whole group of those folks.
Absolutely. So on Friday, our normal live stream, Tim and I are so excited. We wanted to kind of, start getting the word out for this. But on Friday at our normal live stream time, Tim and I will be back on, which is 8 a.m. Mountain, 10 a.m. Eastern. And we're going to be showing a little bit behind the scenes of what's going on with the Food Safety Foundation. And we're also going to have a special offer as well. So by the time you take a look at this, you're going to be like, wow, why hasn't somebody else done this before? And Tim, that's a question I've asked myself a lot. Right? This is something that's that's really overdue to help people bring their food safety up to the
Mhm.
next level.
I agree. I'm excited for Friday.
Absolutely. So everybody enjoy it. It's a beautiful sunny 90 degrees here in Colorado. So I hope where you're at, you're having nice weather as well. And we will see everybody on Friday. Thanks
Looking
again.
forward to it.